Praying and trusting all is well with everyone. Come in, tune in, let's go. Let's get ready to go in. Let's get ready to go in. Just want to share some things with you on this level up moment. Some of you all on your lunch break or the bathroom break, whatever it may be, but I want to tell you thank you for just being a part of my Level Up Thursdays. Yours truly, HC3. Come to you every Thursday that God allows so that I can impart into your spirit, man. Now, it don't only do you good, it also does me much good, much justice. It really does. So as you're tuning in, I'm asking you to make sure you send your hearts, purchase some stars, send some stars. Let me see your name, level up. Oh, let me see. Tag, like, and share, okay? Tag, like, and share. Let's get ready to go into it. Not going to be on long. Once again, don't be afraid to send your hearts, your emojis. My son, Pastor O, pray all is well. Pray that you're doing good. All is well out there. Travel safely, lightly. Y'all go ahead on, like, tag, and share. As you're tuning in, let me see who you are so I can acknowledge you just for the moment. I want to share something with you that I believe is going to encourage you. Brother Joseph Severe, praying that all is well, that everybody is well. Everybody is well. Thank God for you all. Thank God for everyone that's tuning in right now. On this Level Up Thursday, as I just said, it's yours truly, HC3. Let's get ready to go in. Like, tag, and share. For all of you all that I see, don't see, good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. I say it all the time. 12 o'clock is the only time the hands are straight up. Lift those hands up. Let's tell God thank you. If I don't get an opportunity to call your name to speak, to literally just speak to you, I'll say good afternoon to you. I'm telling you now, okay? Because some names I can't see, some of you all can't see, but some of you all are behind the scene. But I thank God for you for just tuning in just to hear what I'm saying. And I know that everybody that tuned in is not your friend. Some just want to see what you got to say or what's coming out of your mouth. But howsoever, I truly believe that it's going to bless you. Lift those hands up. It's 12 o'clock. To my daughter, Saki, good to see you. Lift those hands up. It's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is the only time the hands are straight up. Lift those hands up. Lift those hands up. And tell God thank you. You owe it to him. He woke you up this morning, clothed you in your right mind, gave you use and activities of all of your limbs, your phalanges. We're truly grateful. The blood is yet still running warm in our veins. We thank God for another day. Some didn't make it, but I thank God that I'm one of the ones that did. Sister V, good to see you, praying and trusting all is well with your VV. Praying and trusting all is well. Lift those hands. Once again, tell God thank you. We're getting ready to go in. Let's tell God thank you. Once again, for all of you all that I see, those that I don't see, good afternoon to each of you. Good afternoon to each of you. Praying that all of you all are doing well. We're going to get right on into it, okay? Not going to delay, not going to hold you. Not going to hold you long. Just want to impart something into your spirit. Good to see you, Sandy. Good to see you. I look forward to seeing you in the brick and mortar real soon. I look forward to seeing you all the way in South Kakalaki. I look forward to seeing you. It's always an honor. Always an honor. But here we go. Let's get ready to get into it. Once again, for everyone that I don't see, all of the above, those behind the scene, those that are invisible, good afternoon to each of you. Let's get ready to level up. Today, I want to talk to you about the climb. The climb. Just listen to me. Just want to take my time. Just want you to hear me. And I want you to hear me with your spiritual ear, those that have an ear to hear. Let them hear what the Spirit is saying. Last night, I had a dream or a vision. It was like that. I was literally in this place, like God had literally just transported or taken my spirit to this place, this setting. But in the dream, I was had on the clothes, not just my regular attire, but I had to be going somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was. But as I was just looking around in the dream. Before me, there was a steep hill, H-I-L-L. Good to see you, Bree. A steep hill. And the hill, the grass on the hill was green. I'm talking about, it was green, but I had to climb the hill. It wasn't about what I had on. I had to climb the hill. That I put on, that I was wearing, I chose. But in the dream, it's like God placed me there before this steep, once again, not just a regular hill, but a steep hill. A steep hill. On this hill, the grass was green and beautiful. I'm talking about, it was like carpet. It was like carpet. In the dream, at the bottom of the hill, while I'm there, I'm just looking. And I kept hearing, you got to climb this in order to get to where you're going. I start trying to climb. Long story short, I start trying to climb the hill. Listen to me. I start walking up the hill. I get so far, I slide back down, I fall back down. I'm like, what in the world? I tried again. Start going up the hill. Get so far, I slide or fall back down. I said, what in the world? What in the world? I tried it again. Y'all listen to me good. I tried again. Good to see you, Sister Jacqueline. I tried again. Get so far up the hill, I slide or fall back down, back to my regular place at the foot of the hill. I heard a voice say, check your feet. Lady C, love you. Check your feet. I'm like, check my feet. I looked down. I had on some shoes, of course. But the shoes that I had on was not equipped to climb a hill. Because I didn't know that I was, going to have to climb this hill to get to where it is that I had to go. Said it again, check your feet. I'm looking down, had on these shoes. I look at the very bottom of my shoe, and the very bottom of my shoe was slick. It was slick, so it had to be a dress shoe, some type of a casual shoe. Even though I looked at the shoe, I tried to climb the mountain with the green grass that was steep. I tried to climb again with the same thing that I had on my feet. Go up so far, slide or fall back down or back to it again. Soon as I get back to the bottom, fall back to the bottom, slide back to the bottom, it said it louder, check your feet. You got to understand, the shoes are not my feet. The shoes are what's on my feet, but it's covering my foot or my feet. I took my shoes off because the shoes had a very slick bottom that were not made for climbing. This is all in the dream. I take the shoe off. Didn't have on any socks with the shoe. Once I take the shoe off, I place them on the ground. Y'all listen to me. This is only just for a few of y'all that's going to be able to grab this. It'll make sense. I left the shoes there on the ground. I start to climb the hill, the grassy, green grass hill, steep hill again. I start climbing. It was kind of difficult because even after I have taken the shoes off that had the slick bottom that was not made for climbing, I still find myself sliding or falling back down. The voice said then, you have to dig in. Oh God, y'all listen to me. It says you have to dig in. I dig in. I start back to climbing. What it was literally saying, I have to, see, your toes are like claws. Yeah. Your toes are able, just like your phalanges, just like your fingers, you're able to grip. I start to climb, As I was climbing this time, I would actually allow my toes to grip into the grass beneath the grass was the soil, the dirt. I gripped my toes into that. It was rough, but I kept climbing, and I noticed the more I allowed my toes to dig in, to grasp, to claw, the further I was able to get. It didn't feel good, but I kept going because I refused to slip and fall back down to where I started, because now I'm doing it in a different manner. Taking the shoes off that are so comfortable. Sometimes, I'm going to stop right there so we'll finish the hill. Sometimes God have to make you uncomfortable to get you to where you're going. So I'm climbing the hill and I'm getting there. My focus wasn't on what was behind me. My focus was getting to the top of the hill to get to where I need to go, because this was the only way that I can get to the place that the Spirit of God said, you got to cross this hill. You got to go over this hill to get to it. I'm digging in. I'm clawing in. I'm going in, digging. I'm going up the hill. Watch this. Even when I felt like I was slipping, I had to dig in deeper. And in some of the areas that I was digging into with my feet, my toes, watch this, was on rocks. And some of the rocks that I was grasping, that I was grabbing while I was digging in, made me bleed, made my feet begin to bleed, my toes begin to bleed. I can feel it. I didn't have to look at it. I know that what was beneath my feet, what I was digging into, it was a sharp object, which was a rock or something that was cutting into my feet. Sometimes it takes the cuts. You're going to get cut, but sometimes it's there. The rocks and the stones or glass, whatever it is, it's there just to see what you give up. I kept going. I'm just about to the top of this hill with the green grass where it looks like carpet. Steep hill. I'm tired, but I refuse to slip. Bleeding, but I refuse to quit. Slipping, I had to dig in deeper. It hurt, but I had to put the hurt on the back burner. I finally get to the top of the hill. I finally get to the top of this hill, the green grass, steep hill, feet bleeding. Now I'm able, listen to me, now I'm able to turn around and look where I came from. The hill was so steep. It was so steep. When I looked back down, I said, whoa, that's a long way. That's a long way. But in order for me to get to the top of the journey, or part of the journey to take me to where I needed to go, I had to leave something behind. Oh God. That I had to leave behind, I thought was necessary, but was not fit for the job or fit for the climb, which was my shoes. I said all that just to say this, and we're going to put everything in a nutshell, and I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. I had to leave my shoes behind, but I had to use what God had gifted me with, given me, blessed me with, which was feet to walk, toes to dig in, and to make the climb. Sometime on this journey, you're going to have to leave some stuff behind in order to get to the destination that God has prepared just for you. I know a lot of us saying, well, I don't want to leave that. I want to look a certain way while I'm going. No, on this journey, God said, are you willing to make the climb by any means necessary? It hurt. I was bleeding, but I refused to stop. I kept digging in. I didn't dig in. Watch this. When I was digging in, I didn't just hit one rock or a sharp object. I hit several. My foot was bleeding because when I looked back down that steep slope, I saw bloody trails. I saw blood. I'm like, wow, okay. But I made it. I get to the top of the hill and he allowed me to look over. He says, now you see where I'm taking you. But it was smooth now for me to walk. Watch this. I didn't have to climb another hill. I'm barefooted. Shoes I had to leave something that I thought was necessary behind, but come to realize I didn't need to make the climb because it was only that I thought I needed was only a hindrance to me. It was prohibiting me to make the climb. Many of us, y'all listen to me. Many of us, a lot of you all, including myself, you're climbing a mountain. And the mountain, take mountain now, you're climbing a steep hill with green grass. The grass is the blessing. In order to get to the top, in order to fully get it, you got to be willing to dig in. You have to be willing to leave something behind. In other words, I asked God, I said, God, what does this mean? I was talking to him this morning. What does it mean? He was simply saying that was before you, the green grass and the slope at their steep angle. I'm showing you the more you climb, the blessed you're going to be. Can I give you all this? The more you're willing to leave whatever it is behind, that's going to be it's not about the look. It's not about the name brand. It's not about any of the above, because some of the things that we think that we need or we're carrying on our back, it's not necessary and it's prohibiting us. I hope that you all that have a spiritual ear can hear me. It's prohibiting us to make the climb. A lot of us don't want to hurt. But I had to get past myself to make it to the top. But I had to leave something behind. Many of you under the sound of my voice, where the Spirit of God is taking you, it's going to take a determination and a willingness to say, you know what? I'm going to do this, even if I have to shed myself of something that I thought I needed. What are you willing to leave behind? And that you left behind it had the ability to prevent your foot from bleeding, but it also prohibited you from climbing because the bottom was slick. Sometimes what you're carrying is stopping you. I get to the top of the hill. I'm looking. The Spirit of God said, now you can see. And when he showed me, allowed me, or told me to look, the pain that I felt in my feet no longer was in my mind because of the joy of what he allowed me to see, what he was taking me into. You know, that's how it worked. God said, I'm about to give it to you this time that you're going to forget about the pain that you went through. Watch this. It's not going to be at the forefront of your mind. But you will thank God that what you was able to make the climb. Even though you bled, you was able to make the climb. Even though you slipped, you fell back at the bottom, but you didn't give up. You was determined. This is only for the real people. This is only for the real one, not just looking for, watch this, not just looking for, you're going to get the house, you're going to get the car, you're going to get, no. It takes determination. Those that are determined are the ones that's going to make it to the top. And here it is. When I get to the top of the mountain, of this hill that was so steep with the green grass, even though I went through pain, feet bleeding, he tells me to look out to see where he's taking me. I had gotten past the hard part. I'm telling you that. You have gotten past the hard part. I have gotten past the hard part. Now he says, keep going. I had to keep going despite the blood or the pain that I was feeling. Why? Because what he showed me was greater than what the hill or what I stepped on was doing to me or had done to me. I'm telling you the same. What's about to take place in your life is going to be well worth the climb. But you have to be willing. You have to be willing to leave something behind. I don't know what kind of shoes it was. This was in a vision or dream. It don't matter. My joy was that I made it. Many of us have the hill. We're at the bottom of the foot of the hill. And he's telling us to climb. And you're trying to take too much with you. You're trying to take excess stuff with you. But the question that you need to ask yourself, is that I'm carrying fit for the climb? Because the shoes that I had on were slick bottom. They wasn't made for climbing. They was only made for being cool because they look good. They was only made to adorn the feet. But sometimes God have to allow you to get bloody to get to your blessing. Oh my God. Sometimes God has to allow you when you make the climb. Watch this. If you can endure the pain, Lord have mercy, you'll make it to your promise. Despite of everything that you have been through, despite of all the times that you failed, because all of us have. My grandmother would say, when I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly say, I got a testimony. You got a testimony. Some of you all right now are in the middle of that hill. Watch this. You don't have much further to go before you get to the top. I'm encouraging you. Don't slip. Keep going. It hurt. Keep moving. You had to leave something. Keep moving. Because what's coming is better than what's been. I had to walk. I'm walking at the place as he was steady showing me. I wasn't focused on what was beside me. It didn't matter. That he had for me was in front of me. He says, now keep walking. Wasn't worried about the clothing. Wasn't worried about the pain. And I remember saying these words, and this is what woke me up. I remember saying these words right here. Lord, I thank you. Whew, that almost made me want to run. I said, Lord, I thank you. I'm not trying to be all deep. I'm just saying, because why? Because I had to tell him thank you, because as steep as the hill was, if I wasn't willing to dig in, it could have killed me. Lord, I thank you. You helped pull me up to the top of this hill. And for that alone, Lord, I said thank you. I woke up this morning and God, I asked him, Lord, what is this? He began to download it into my spirit. Bless me. You're at the place of the climb. And some of the things, people that you're going to have to leave behind, do it with a clear conscience and a clear spirit. Do it well. You don't have to leave behind something that done made you mad. Sometimes God is shedding things away from you that can't make the journey with you. And that comes with people. That comes with things. I hope that you all are hearing me. The climb. You're so far in your journey. And what is coming is better than what's been. The green grass, I hear you. What was the green grass? That's the blessings. The blessings. As I climb, even though on the blessing, I left blood stains, but I was still determined to dig in. You can say all kind of things about the green grass, but my thing was, I made it by his help. I knew that it was nobody but him that was pulling me, because majority of the time, we as people, we as individuals, we so quick to give up when it seemed like some majority of the time when it's a challenge. But I kept climbing. And I'm telling you this today, keep climbing. Everything that he has for you is at the top of your hill. Keep climbing. Dig in. It may hurt because when you have to dig in with your toes, sometimes it'll cause cramps. You to get cramps in the bottom of your foot, yeah, but you have to keep going. Press past your pain. The climb. You're too close to turn around. Keep moving. Y'all be encouraged. I pray that I said something on today that encouraged you, that sparked something in your spirit to make you want to run on a little bit further. Get to the top of your hill. Once you get there, he's then going to show you exactly what he's bringing you into. And he's going to tell you then, keep walking. Keep walking. You've come too far. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I would love to hear you all's testimony. When you get to the top of your hill, you have no other choice but tell God thank you. Because it was because of him alone that you made it. He allowed me to fall at the beginning of the climb. And because of what I had on, check your feet. Check your feet. Check your feet. Check your feet. Check your body. Check what's connected to you. That's a hindrance. Y'all be encouraged. I pray I said something on today that encouraged each and every one of you all. I don't know. I pray I said something. Probably wasn't much. I pray I said something. But for those of y'all that can receive it, to God be the glory. And it is so. My Cash App is on the screen. If anybody desires to sow, I always just put it up there. Not that I'm expecting anything, but those that have a desire, it's there. $8 channel 3. The climb. You got this. Be encouraged. Make it to the top. Then you're able to look back and see where he brought you from. You made it. Lay hands on yourself and I made it. I made it. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you same place, same time, unless God says something totally different. Unless he says something different. Y'all keep yourselves together. Keep your mind focused. Continue to climb. Because greater is waiting on you. It's there. It's waiting on you. Y'all be encouraged. I'm out of here. Deuces. All right.